Hello, my dear Sagittarians. This is Clarity 1129, and welcome to your February 2023 predictions. How are you all doing? Hope you're doing well. Now, before we start with the reading, I just felt called to tell you that I feel there are a lot of you out there who need to hydrate yourselves, okay? You need to drink a lot of water because it's not happened before, but for the first time since I've done all these zodiac signs, and yours is the 9th, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. 8th or 9th, is it? Wait. Yeah, yours is the 9th zodiac reading that I'm doing, but it's not happened in any of the others that I needed to actually pause the video and go and drink a whole glass of water. All right, so this is something for you. If you're not been drinking enough water, make sure that you do. All right, especially in the winter months, we don't feel thirsty, so we have to force ourselves to have it as warm water, maybe green tea, something like that, but keep yourself hydrated. All right, so that's just a side note. Let's get back to your reading. We are going to be following the usual format. Slight changes I'll explain as we move along, but first we're going to be taking out one card each from one card from the Moonology deck for the overarching energy for the month, and you get Cardinal Moon. Be bold and make the first move. Okay, so if you've been hesitating on something you want to do, this is your green light. Go ahead. And though you're not a cardinal sign, knowing Sagittarians and their positive attitude and their never say die spirit, I really feel that you don't hesitate too much to make the first move. But if you are, actually I find that the more a thing is important to us, we are so afraid of failure that we actually stop ourselves from taking that first step. But in this case, you're being told, just go ahead and do it. Now, I'm going to be using the Modern Witch Tarot this month, and I'm going to be taking out 4 cards, as I always do, one each for the general outlook, romance, love, romance and relationships, career and finance, as well as spiritual growth. So for your general outlook, you get the 3 of Swords. For your love, romance and relationships, you get the King of Cups. For your career and finances, you get the Tower. Don't click off. I'm sure something is coming out of this, my dear Sagittarians. And last but not the least, you get for spiritual growth, the Hanged One. Ah, beautiful. Okay. Let's see what's happening, my dear Sagittarians. Now, what I'm going to do differently this time is, usually I only clarify the first 2 cards, the overarching energy and the general outlook. This time I'm going to be clarifying everything with different oracle cards, just so that you have more information. All right. So we shall begin with one card from the Lenormand deck to further amplify and or clarify your overarching energy. Well, I saw this card here, just keep this in mind, the number 34, the number 7. Let's see if it comes out again. Either ways, there is going to be some sort of prosperity that does come your way. All right, okay. And you get child. The number 13 or the number 4 could be important for you. Then we will take out 2 cards from the Tea Leaf Tarot, the Tea Leaf Fortune Telling cards. I've got my eyes closed. I'm shuffling, and we're going to take out 2 cards to further amplify and or clarify your general outlook. We've taken out 1. We need another one. There we go. And what do we get? We get, well, family wishes come true. And we get romance in the air. All right. Now for your love, romance and relationships, we're going to take out one card from the romance angels. Again here, children. Oops. And you get very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. All right. For your career and finances, we're going to be using the Making Magic deck. Oops. Oh, wow. What's this? Have I dropped anything? That's yes. Sorry about that. You got this one is again. Win the award, accolade or contract. If it has to come out again, we'll get it. All right. But just keep that in mind. Ow. Oh God. What is this? A lot of energies. It's almost like that tower moment coming out right here. Something major is going to happen. Let's see. And you get air. Work with the element of air to cut through the core of the situation and see the truth. Okay. You know, something strange happened. Even before I took out this card, when we were somewhere here, when I saw the Tower card, I don't know why I felt that you're going to get this. And then when I picked up this deck, also I felt you're going to get this. For what reason, I don't know. It was very strong that this is the card that you're going to get. Well, anyway, let me take out this card as well before we start. I'm going to take out one card from the Soul's Journey Oracle to further amplify and or clarify your spiritual growth. And you get growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. Someone else got this, I think Virgo. All right. Now this is your basic reading. We'll finish with this before we move forward. All right. So to begin with, we have be bold and make the first move. So for those of you out there who are planning something, who are wondering whether it's the right time or not, should you do it, should you not do it, just go ahead and do it. For a very few of you who have come to this reading, this could be regarding adopting a child. All right, this is coming through very strongly for me. So if you are wondering whether it is a good idea to adopt this child, will it work out well for the child as well as for yourself? Will you and your partner be able to make this happen? Or if you are single and you still want to adopt a child, you're wondering whether it is going to be possible, you're being told to be bold and make the first move. This will be, it'll work out really great for you. All right. Maybe you will, it's not very easy for a single parent to adopt a child, but if you actually go ahead and they see that you are capable and you have things managed, you can actually, you will actually be able to do that. All right. So, but you will never know unless you actually make the first move. This is for some of you out there. All right. And for others of you, whatever it is, whichever area it is in your life, if you are thinking of doing something, your heart is calling you out, calling out to you to do something, but you are holding yourself back because you think it's bizarre, people won't agree with you. You're being told to be bold and make the first move. See, when you have a calling of some sort, what's worse that can happen? That you start and it doesn't work out and you're back to where you were. That's all right. Where is the hurry to move and do something else? There's enough time for everybody. But if your heart is calling out to you, there is a reason behind it. So always follow your heart. Do not worry and just take the plunge. All right. Now, your general outlook for the month is the Three of Swords. Now, the Three of Swords is very heavy energy, all right? And when I look at you, the rest of your cards, I see this is only happening as far as your career and finances is concerned. It could happen as far as your career and finances are concerned because you get the Tower here, but it does not have to be. What I feel with this card appearing here as your general outlook, it's got to do, when you talk about swords, they're not actual swords that someone's, putting in through your heart. These are words. These are thoughts. All right. So this time in February, you're being asked to keep a very positive mindset. Now, you are the child of Jupiter. You are the most positive and the luckiest of the zodiac. And it's not as though you're just lucky. Yes, Jupiter, you are children of Jupiter. So yes, you are blessed. But more than anything, you are blessed with a beautiful, positive, never say die spirit. And that is what brings your luck. Because when things go wrong, you don't brood over it for a long time. You get up and move on to the next thing. And that is exactly how one should live their life. But even Sagittarians have their phases when they will have self-doubt. They may not show it to anyone else, but they feel within themselves, all right? Or if something's worked and they've put in a lot of effort and they find that it's not happened, chances are that you get into this negative mindset. Finally, when I say that Sagittarius is this or that, that is not the only sign in your chart, right? You have a rising sign, you have a moon sign, you have other signs in different, which also affect your way of thinking, especially the moon sign has got to do a lot with your emotions. So at this time, if you feel this heavy energy, just know, don't fight it. Let it come and let it pass. All right? It will pass because beautiful things are waiting to happen for you. So don't just get put off by this. Something may happen, which didn't happen as expected. And that's actually expectations are, in fact, the reason for all the worry in the world, because we expect so much. And if we didn't have expectations, we just trusted, life would be beautiful. But that's who we are. We are humans. We keep expecting despite knowing everything. But then it's all right. Sometimes we do have to go through these lows, all right? But just know, when something like this happens, don't brush it under the carpet or pretend it didn't happen. Sit with the energy. It's not comfortable. But once you sit with the energy, it will pass. And then it will go once and for all out from your life. Otherwise, it comes back again. Now, we know for a fact that this Three of Swords is not going to happen as far as your love, romance, and relationships is concerned. Unless you're already, when you come to this reading, if you're already in this energy, then this is going to pass, all right? Because you get this beautiful, look at this. With this rose, you get romance in the air. With this very soon, it means it's going to just happen, maybe around Valentine's Day, maybe before. And with this family wishes coming true, it means that whatever it is that you're doing, whatever your, whether it's your family, whether it's your familial relationships or your romantic connections, whichever, or whatever you call as your family at this time, whatever it is that you have dreamt of, those wishes are coming true. All right. So this is, or for some of you, again, oh my God, if you desire to have a family, including through adopting a child, it is going to come true. All right, so at least you will begin your spade work and you will see positive steps happening and really quickly in the month of February. So this is really beautiful. This would be for one or two of you, but whoever it is for, I hope this message reaches you. All right, so don't just hesitate and not do it just because you're worried that it will not happen and it will break your heart. No, even if it breaks your heart the first time, don't stop following your dream with the first setback that you have. All right, get up, brush it off and move ahead again. All right, and that's what and that is what that builds character. All right, if everything is smooth sailing, you really won't learn much in life and you won't even enjoy life as much. Now, coming to your love, romance and relationships, wow, there is romance in the air. All right, And looking at this card here and the King of Cups, for those of you who are single, this person who piques your interest, stirs these romantic feelings in your heart, is possibly a water sign, which is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Doesn't have to be, but very strong chances, all right? And maybe this is someone who has a lot of feelings, has a lot of emotional depth, but does not show it, all right? Which works really fine, because even Sagittarians are not, they don't have a problem in speaking what they feel, but they are generally also pretty they like to play it cool, all right? So, well, you've met your match in that case. But either ways, there are romantic feelings, and whatever is to happen, if you've been saying that I've been hearing this for quite some time, nothing is happening, it is going to happen, all right? So this is as far as your love, romance and relationship is concerned for singles. For those of you who are partnered or in relationships, there's going to be a lot of love that you show one another. There's going to be, if you felt that the romance wasn't there, it's going to come back. There are going to be little acts of service. Maybe you'll sit down and actually work out what your love languages are. It's going to be a beautiful period. February is going to be smooth. All right, my dear Sagittarians, at least in the love department, it's definitely going to be smooth. Now coming to your Tower card, which is in your career and finances. You have this huge Tower moment. Now, what does this signify? This is actually, people see the Tower as something scary. It's not scary. Maybe if it comes in your health department, it could be scary, but this is as far as your career and finances are concerned. And actually, even in your health department, it's not all that scary. It all depends on how much you have neglected your health. All right, but we are not talking about health right now. We're talking about your career. It basically means that whatever you're building upon is not on a strong foundation. That is when the Tower moment happens, that you've done something wishy-washy and you've built something up, but your base wasn't strong, so it's fallen. So if it's in a relationship, it means you may have just come together because you're physically attracted to one another. You've not talked to each other. You don't know about each other's interests. You don't know each other's family. You don't know about each other's issues, and you just came together and you decided to get married just because you have great chemistry. And then the Tower happens, or you get into a relationship, may not be a marriage, and then the Tower moment happens, because the minute you start living together and the newness of that physical desire wears away, and then you realize that, oh, this was not meant for us, and it comes crumbling down. Tower is actually a way of the universe protecting you, because what you are doing is not meant for you, or you have not done it the right way, and you need to revamp the whole thing or redo the whole thing. And this is what's happening for you. So if you're in a career because it was the right thing to do, because it was supposed to give you a lot of money, it was a respected job, it is what your family wanted to do, because with your family wishes come true, maybe for some of you out there, you are doing a particular thing, doing a course or studying a subject because your family wanted you to do it. All right. And this Tower moment comes because you are just not interested in doing what you're doing. So this is not for everybody. See, this is a general reading. It may not resonate with everybody, but for those of you whom it resonates with, this is a sign. All right. If you're doing something in which your heart is not in it at all, you are not going to be able to stick with the job and give it your all. You're not going to be able to, put that extra bit to make it so beautiful. So this is exactly what is happening in your life, that you are being forced to do something which you don't want to do. And Sagittarians Sagittarians and Aquarians are two zodiac signs which they just don't like anyone tying them down. They like to, do their own thing. They like to march to the tune of their own drum. All right. So, is that how the saying goes? Yeah, I think so. But you don't like people telling you what to do. And in this case, for some of you out there, you're doing something because of the pressures around you, because you have a family to take care of, or because your parents think that this is what you should be doing, or because this was bringing you a lot of money. Basically, you are doing something, either studying or working in a place for all the wrong reasons. All right. And it's time for you to actually follow your heart and do what it is that you like, even if it's unconventional, your family is not happy with it. If you follow your heart, your work will not feel like work. It's going to feel like a hobby. You're going to pour your heart and soul into it. And that would be your soul calling. And that will give you so much of success. All right. Now, how are you going to be able to come out of this situation? This tower is happening because the universe is protecting you. The universe is saying, this is not your thing. Look again. Follow your heart. Do what it is that you're dying to do. Convince your parents, or convince your partner, or convince yourself that money is not everything. There is something known as emotional fulfillment. And that particular thing that you do, it's not as though, now you're going to leave a career which is paying you so much and then you get pittance that you have got to sit with a begging bowl. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that if you pour your passion into what you want, you're going to do so well in it, because you are, every pore of your being is going to contribute to what you're doing. You're going to come into complete alignment when you're doing that. You're going to work with the universe to do that. And so you will not do a mediocre job. And it is definitely going to bring abundance into your life and a whole lot of emotional fulfillment. All right. And so what you need to do is work with the element of air. Now, air is all about swords energy. You've seen that. You've got 3 of swords here. And this is what's breaking your heart. You doing something that you don't want to do. All right. And you are being asked to speak your truth. Bring that ace of swords. This air element is all about the ace of swords. Speak your truth. You don't have to be rude about it, but if you need to, well, you have to. But the fact is, you got to say, this is what I want. Those of you who agree with me, you're with me, is fine. Those of you who are not, I'm doing it anyway. And those people who love you, who know who you are as a person, will stand by you. And the rest will fall away, and that's fine. It's not going to be easy. Nothing that we really want is easy unless we have the conviction to see it through. But once we start doing it and the universe recognizes, yes, you have found your soul calling, you are following your heart, then everything in the universe, aligns in such a way that you get what you want. All right. So keep this in mind, my dear Sagittarians. And last but not the least, you get the Hangman for your spiritual growth. And this is so beautiful because you're looking at things from a different perspective now. If you were looking at life in a certain way, maybe, for those of you who are just working for the money because you feel that's your duty, that's what it's been taught to you all the time, that it's your duty to take care or whatever it is, you're looking at things from a different point of view. It's not that when you follow your dreams, you don't care about the people in your life. You will figure out a way to how, to make things work for in every area of your life. But you realize that you're also important. And you realize that following your heart, you'll be able to give it your all. All right. Otherwise, you will reach burnout. And that's the Tower moment. All right. And this is going to bring you some sort of, this particular episode is going to make you see things differently, and this is going to bring about a lot of expansion to your consciousness, to your awareness about how things are. And when you actually are bold and do that thing, you follow your heart, whichever area it is in your life. In this case, I'm giving you because of the Tower moment here, as far as your career and finances are concerned. But whichever way it is, if you follow your heart and you are bold and you just do what it is that you have to, even if there are minor setbacks, even if there are people whom you trust, who you believed will be with you, are not with you at that time, you know that you are with yourself 100%. You are your biggest cheerleader, and you move forward and you'll find that there is so much of growth. You will get whatever it is that you want, and you will be, it's going to further confirm the fact that all you need is belief in yourself, and there is nothing that you can't conquer. All right. So this is as far as your basic reading is concerned, my dear Sagittarians. And let us move to your advice cards. I'm going to be taking out one card from the Botanical Inspiration and one card from the Spirit Animal Oracle. All right. And let's see what you get. And you really need to hydrate yourself. And you get pink rose, grace and sweetness. The pursuit of perfection then is the pursuit of sweetness and light. Absolutely. So if you wanted perfection in your work, then follow your heart. And when you do that, you will be so fulfilled that, you know, everything will be in flow. You don't have to force yourself to do anything. You'll just do it. Now, one message card from the Spirit Animal Oracle. For some Sagittarius out there, I'd like to say this, it may be difficult for you to speak the truth to the people you love because you're worried that it's going to upset them. If they really love you, even if there's one shock that they get that you're going to leave a job which is so good, it does not matter. If they really love you, they stand by you. So don't worry. All right? Speak your truth. And you get, look at that. This is so beautiful. You get 32, Hawk Spirit. Let Spirit be your guide. So just be bold and make that first move. Follow your heart. Whichever area it is in your life, follow your heart. The universe has your back. All right? So this is double confirmation. Now, where is it that you're going to see maximum changes as far as the month of Feb 2023 is concerned? And you get marriage. Oh, so for some of you, this romance in the air, and whichever stage that you are in, this is going to be the highlight for the month. For some of you, Valentine's Day, you might get a proposal, or you might decide to be bold and make the first move and propose to somebody. All right? But whatever the case is for each of you, it's going to be different. Now, if you have a time-specific question on your mind, when is it that you're going to get, or what it is that you want, whatever be your scenario, the answer is, wow, you don't have to wait anymore. In the month of February, lucky Sagittarians, you're going to get what you're waiting for. Isn't that wonderful? If it does happen, do let me know. Whatever it is that you've asked for, all right? That would be really nice. Because no one else has got, I think, someone's got April, and the rest have all got September, November, and things like that. So that's wonderful. So if there's any other question on your mind, any hunch that you had for which you want a confirmation for, or any sort of pressing question on your mind, think about it right now. The angels are getting ready to give you an answer. And after Leo, I think you are the next who's going to get a yes or no answer. And the answer is yes. That's beautiful. So whatever it is that you're asking for, whatever your yes or no question was, the answer is a big yes, which is wonderful. All right, and with that, we come to the end of your reading, my dear Sagittarians. You are the sunshine spirit. Keep that attitude on. Even if you have minor setbacks, don't let it deter you. Don't run away from it. Yes, Sagittarians do have a tendency to escape from it, that if you don't see it, it's not there. Don't do that. Sit with it. Not easy, but you will get past it, and there's wonderful things waiting to happen. Follow your heart, all right? And I wish you an amazing February 2023, and I'll catch you at the end of it with your March predictions, or in between with other readings. But till then, be good, stay safe, and have a blast. Bye-bye.